Hello. On our way to Vegas. Right, John?
Yes, we're on our way.
Super excited. This place is pretty busy. You know, if I can help it, I try not to eat here though, because anyone who's flown should know that it is very expensive to eat at the airport. So if you can try not to eat at the airport, it's probably your best bet, because you're gonna spend a lot of money doing it, especially if you eat at one of the restaurants. So, well, not a good start to our trip here. Just found out that we're delayed
By an hour and a half.
by an hour and a half, so that is super awesome. So I hope that we're not getting jinxed, and that means that we won't win when we're in Vegas. So here we go again.
So,
All right, so finally found our new gate, which is H2, and well, we have a long time to wait now, so for our flight. But I just wanted to show something alarming, because I don't know, these airports make so much money out of us, it's insane, and they really need to do like a better job at keeping appearances, right? Wouldn't you think? I mean, this is more than, I don't know, just a bad look. It's more of like a safety hazard as well. Look at that. Notice that the whole freaking ceiling
what's that?
is off there, over there as well. Look at this light.
That's what I'm saying. Now we're one day to forget it.
Literally about to fall on somebody's head. Can't really be too safe, right? We got over here too. Yikes. Alright, so we are looking at the gates again now, just to see and make sure that ours is on time, or whatever you want to say, but now it says that it is delayed again. Delayed again, so and also different gate than we had a minute ago. So wonder if it's going to change again. Let's hope not, but yeah, trip is going fun so far, don't you think?
Yes, yes it is.
Big talker, this guy, right? All right, so we hope that we give you guys a lot of insight on life in Vegas. We're hoping to find some cool stuff to show you while we're there. And also, this isn't Hawaii, John. Also, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to our channel and tuning in,
And we're talking about you guys. We're talking about all of you guys.
we plan on continuing to show you some cool stuff in all of our adventures. So tune in. All right, making some progress. Yes, finally on the plane.
We gotta check in.
The only crappy thing about it though is we were supposed to land when we first we were delayed. We were supposed to land at 6:07, and now it says we're going to like 6:30 or something. But
I gotta go check.
So you're actually technically here. Do you want me to, or would you rather have this? Okay, good? Cool.
we made it to Vegas. Finally, we were supposed to be here at 6. Ended up being here at 8. But, you know, whatever, that's okay. It is what it is, right?
We're ready to turn it up.
Alright, so we are at our hotel now. We're staying at the Rio. I know.
Crazy time.
And we just found out when we were trying to check in that our room is apparently not ready. It is almost 10 p.m. at night, and apparently their kiosk isn't working. So, or something, I don't know. Either our room isn't ready or the kiosk isn't working.
Room isn't ready at 9:30 at night. I don't know.
Or both, I don't know, but trip from hell. So everyone is waiting in this long line to kind of try to figure it out, I guess. So, hooray.
Hello guys, well, we just got into our Rio hotel finally after all that mess around and run around, and it's been a long day. It's like 10 o'clock at night here at the Rio. We're at the
Past 10
18th
now.
floor, and we're about to show you the view of this place, so here we go.
All right, so these are newly renovated rooms, apparently. That's what we were told. We did ask for a king, and apparently they had none left on the higher level.
So I guess we get to have fresh bread each night.
Kind of switch off
Yes.
on the two beds.
Nice big screen TV there. I would
Really
say it's about a
big.
65 inch or so.
Probably the biggest I've ever seen in a hotel room.
There we are right there, looking all good like usual. Here's
Very
the view.
nice view, though.
Beautiful view. The only problem is we're on the wrong side of the hallway because the other side is what we wish we had. It would be the strip from Mandalay Bay to the Stratosphere, because we're about 2 city blocks away from the strip. But you know what? Still a beautiful sight.
Yeah, still pretty.
And you know what? You're only in here to sleep, really, because it's Vegas. You're out there to party your life away and waste your money. So, again, here's the bed. Here's another issue, by the way. Nobody likes this shit. You gotta have it. The best temperature is to have it about 68.
I say 70, but that's where we
Yeah, but
disagree.
that's where you cuddle, you know. And yeah, so here you go.
You got a cool...
Got a
let's
cool
see.
little vanity.
What is this thing here? Like a little mini fridge thing? Oh, yeah. Here's your little mini fridge.
Yeah.
You got in here. And then, oh, here's a freezer. That has a cool LED blue light, but apparently the
Got
other
some
side
cool
doesn't.
stuff for all your fit.
Which is interesting.
Oh, look at this bathroom. You can get all glammed up in this mother.
That's a really big closet, too. Show the closet. Yeah.
Don't come out of the closet, though. I mean, you can if you want. And this is where all the magic happens.
The grunting and pushing on the toilet, he means.
Well, this is really where magic happens.
Very cool shower, though. Look at that.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Very nice.
Last time I was in a cool shower like that was in New York.
Ooh, we got a safe here.
Just
Put all the
never know.
goods in there. But yeah, there it is. All right, we're going to figure out how to keep on rolling here. See what we're doing tonight to get some food.
Oh, and before we forget too, we do know about the sad situation that just happened here
About 4
recently.
days ago, somewhere, not in our tower luckily, but somewhere in Rio
what we were
Hotel
assured.
was a murder-suicide from a mom and her daughter. Her daughter was at a dance competition and I guess mom missed her meds or did something crazy in life and decided to end both of theirs, and that happened in this hotel. Luckily, it's not this room. At least they told us. So anyway, that was our little video here of our room. Hopefully you enjoyed that. We'll give you some more here soon.
All right, so we are still in the Rio here, but we're on the other elevator. As you can see, that shows you the outside city. So that's pretty darn cool. All right, good morning, everyone. Our view this morning, waking up in Vegas in our hotel room, Rio. Look at that.
You got snow on the mountains. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little bit of snow over there. That's pretty cool. It's either snow or Coke. I don't know, one of the two. Just kidding.
A lot of sinners down there in that area of town.
Yeah. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Except herpes, I'll come back with you.
And pregnancy. We're at the kitchen table now for breakfast before we get ready for the wedding that we came to Vegas for. And didndidn't get our food yet, but I ordered a cappuccino, and I don't know if I'm just overly picky or what, but probably the grossest cappuccino I've ever had in my life.
What's this guy?
Likes it, so I guess that's good. He kind of likes it. He's kind of being fake, but anyway, the whipped cream was in the shape of the heart, which is kind of cute, but it was a plain cappuccino with literally no flavor whatsoever on it. And maybe this is part of the problem, is there's way too much cream. See? Just like a crazy amount. That could be part of the problem. We'll see what our food tastes like here in a minute. We did get apple cider to drink though, which I don't know, was kind of cool, I guess. That's pretty good. Hey, breakfast is served. We're still waiting on hash browns and sausage, but got some bacon and red velvet pancakes and eggs, and forget what this was. So first couple of bites were amazing. This is the best red velvet pancakes I've ever had in my life. Or best pancake, I should say, that I've ever had in my life. John got some banana, coconut, blueberry thing over there. Forgot what it's called, but he says it's all right.
I'm gonna have green poop.
But mine is definitely better. But you'll definitely probably be sick after you eat all that. So good. Definitely recommend getting this if you ever come to this restaurant.
You even know it. Yeah, I got a I know, that's why.
Vested in me by the state of Nevada, I now pronounce you, help me everybody, husband and wife!
All right, well, we're here at the Chapel of Flowers because a good friend of mine just got married here, and I gotta tell you, there's a lot of chapels out here. This is the second chapel I've ever been to in Vegas for a wedding that somebody had done. And this place is really beautiful. So anyone who, I don't know what the cost is, but anyone who wants to get married out here, like, and if you have a lot of people coming to your wedding, like, this place is really cool. So I really recommend, checking it out. All right, so the Chapel of Flowers has this venue over here. That's where the wedding was. And I will show you that in the next script. And there's lots of really cool places to take photos, like another bride and groom over there, so cute. In this little area, there's like a little cool gazebo thing back there. We're not allowed to go back there, as you can see from this sign probably. Here's the cool limos that we get to ride in after the wedding even, and we got to take a limo here as well, which I will show you in the next script too. This place is just super, super cool. Here's a cool backdrop here, probably for more photos, maybe a smaller intimate ceremony. So yeah, there's a cool heart thing over there to take photos at. So here's this cool area here that I was talking about that they had closed off, but now my friend's getting married, or not getting married, sorry. Now she's taking photos under this gazebo. So that's pretty cool. Got some string lights under here if it's later in the evening, which I love as well. And another cool thing about this place too is that they also have a live streaming they offer, which is actually super cool because not a lot of venues offer that actually.
So you can get this.
Yeah, so like that, but also everybody can actually see your wedding too. Like if they can't maybe afford to come on out here, it's like another cool thing there. So that's just awesome. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. Alright, so now we are at the Strand, and we are on what floor?
106 or 8, but we're close to 800 some feet above the ground if you look below.
And I don't know, I guess my biggest advice to you is if you do come to this hotel and you want to go up here is definitely indulge in having a room here because it is very expensive if you do not have a room here. It's like 36 something a person.
37 a person, and it's only 15 a person if you are here.
Yeah, so try to stay here if you can, but it is kind of cool up here, I guess. I don't know if it was worth $72 that we had to pay though, because we're not staying at this hotel, but it is pretty cool.
All right, guys, we are top of the stratosphere in the west end, I believe, or north end of Las Vegas, Nevada. Look at that. We are 872 feet, I believe, roughly. But it gets even higher. If you have balls, you go up on that ride.
We just saw it go a minute ago.
Yeah, so
We're not doing that though.
it's cold as hell
We're
up
not
here.
that
That's why she's
adventurous
wearing
right
my
now.
coat right now, because we're cold up here. It's beautiful out here. You can't beat that view.
Alright, we're on Fremont Street now. Hey.
Behind the rock.
This is a pretty cool place to check out. You should totally check this out if you've never been here. But
We found my band.
But the thing about it here is that you're gonna see a lot of nasty shit, so if you don't want to see that, I wouldn't come here. But the food is cheaper here though, so you probably won't find any prices that are cheaper here.
Sing it, I'm gonna be wrong. I'll be your chief. In the radio.
Find new things here. We're still on the Fremont Street, but we're down a little bit. This is the Downtown Container Park. There's a cool club across the street here that's pretty loud. So, but this looks pretty dope in here. I've never been here or knew this existed. I guess I must have never walked down this far. So, look in there. It's really cool. Gosh, this place is really cool.
I've never seen this.
Don't really know what this is supposed to be, but looks like a little mall or something. Worth walking in and checking out though, for sure. Nothing's open though right now. I guess we're here too late, but
Oh, there's food right here, then.
wow, this is cool though. It's definitely quieter in here, which is nice. I can actually hear myself think, so if you don't like blaring music, then you can walk in here and it won't be blaring, so that's nice. Oh cool, they must have a concert here sometimes.
Cool.
Cool. On Fremont Street. And I'll say, it's not every day you see stuff like this out here, right, John?
That's crazy shit.
Sucks to suck. Alright, we are in the district right now, which is like a big strip mall area. still super awesome. It had a big smiley face on it a second ago. This is a pretty cool strip mall to check out for sure. So if you want to get out from the crazy outside on the strip, I definitely recommend checking it out. Taking a look around, maybe grab some grub or something. So now we're back on the strip after eating some ridiculously priced pizza. And they're making, I don't know if you can see over there, it's kind of bright here, but way in the distance there, they're actually making a really cool hotel that's going to be in the shape of a guitar. Yeah, Hard Rock Cafe Hotel. So looks like they're about maybe halfway done. Close to. So that's pretty cool. That's going to be a cool hotel to stay in. It's always busy watching the strip, so definitely be mindful of that. Very busy street that you're walking on the side. Walk on either side. It's a very long walk too, so if you don't like to walk a lot, then probably don't come to the strip. We're walking off the strip now, over to the actual sphere, which is right over there. So we're gonna go check that bad boy out.
It's pretty badass. Look at that thing. That thing holds like 19,000 people to go to a concert, but it costs about $800 a ticket, so we might wait a little bit.
Just gonna go check it out though. Get a little bit of a closer look here.
Thing's
At it.
huge.
All right, there it is. Getting closer now. Look at that thing. Definitely way bigger when you're up close and personal versus far away.
All right, guys, we got something cool to show you now. Way up close. Bam! There she is. The big ball
We
of
made
fire. The biggest strip, the sphere. This thing is massive. It looks like a tiny tennis ball from far away, but now she's not. She looks like the Earth. And the Eagles will be playing here quite a few times for a residency. Again, $800 roughly for a seat.
Inside the sphere now. Well, I'm walking to it in the Skyway Park. Look at these cool lights. So cool. See, there's the globe right there. And we just realized too, because we saw an ad for it, that Wizard of Oz is actually playing inside the sphere right now. So now we're at the Venetian Convention Center. Just kind of giving you a feel here. Walking around a bit to kind of show you. There's ballrooms that way. So obviously if you're gonna get married, this is a very beautiful place to do it. Probably spendy, but definitely beautiful though. So.
And I just saw that in July, the Backstreet Boys will be at the Sphere. If you want to check them.
Yeah, if you like the old school Backstreet Boys, come and check those bad boys out. So yeah.
The Venetian is one of the best hotels because you get the gondola rides if you want a little romantic canoe ride around
Yep.
inside and outside of the place.
And we'll show you that later when we head outside of the strip again, because when you're walking the strip, that's where it is, right outside front of the building. So.
Well, and you'll see it inside as well if we get to the right area.
Yeah. All right, we are on the second level now.
Of the Venetian, and we're going to show you why it's the best place on the strip, because it looks like you're outside, but you're really inside.
So freaking cool. Check this out.
A lot of places
Show
to
the sky too. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks like you're outside, but you're actually inside here. A lot of different shops with a lot of good, beautiful food areas.
Definitely worth checking out. I've been to Vegas like 3 times now. This is my 3rd time, and I never knew this little area was there. Luckily, John knew about it. He had seen it before and showed me. So.
And now we're going to go check it out and show you some more stuff.
We're at John's favorite area now.
Vegas trip.
Look at that. How beautiful. So romantic. It's cool because these canoes too, you rent them and it goes outside of the building and comes inside here on the water, which is super cool. And as I said, I never checked this out before. I didn't know this existed inside. And so I did not know that they bring you in the building too. So that's super awesome. Look at that up there. That is so cool. Louie and Bumblebee together. Look at Lilo and Stitch.
Now we're good. They just want you to pay money.
I know. All right, we are inside the flamingo now. There's nothing really that cool in here. It's pretty busy, but honestly, it's just pretty much casino. So you're not really missing too much in this casino.
It's one of the oldest ones on this trip. Probably from the early 90s, I would say.
Yeah, we'll give you a closer inside look here. Yeah, so like I said, pretty much just casino. So I don't know. I don't know if this hotel's worth staying at, to be honest. Kind of a little mini mall area over here, but it's not very big. Wow. Now we're outdoors here. There's a little outdoor walking area here. I guess this is kind of cool. Probably the only thing cool. There's a garden chapel. So I'm kind of guessing that every one of these hotels has some kind of chapel you can get married at, it seems like. So I guess you have lots of options if you're planning on coming out here for a wedding. You can also see the high roller from here as well. Yeah. We'll be heading there in a bit to show you more of an inside look here. Yeah. It's super pretty. Oh, the flamingo. Some cool flamingos out here.
People forget about a cool place like this when they go by the old building like that. Who cares? But then they don't notice the beauty in the back.
Exactly. So kind of one of the reasons why it's always kind of a cool idea to walk through them so you can kind of find these little hidden gems. Here's a cool waterfall as well here, outdoors. You can see people are taking photos there, so good spot for photos too. Little cool outdoorsy area right there. Hotel shops are in there from the Flamingo. We're still walking in the back area here. There's a pool in there. You can kind of see it a little bit. It doesn't really look that cool, but I can see a slide though. Maybe you can kind of see that as well, but nothing really that cool, I would say, in there. It doesn't look like a huge slide.
A lot of good-looking people here, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for heaven's sake. Ignore my special friend there. We even have some live flamingos here that you can look at too, which is kind of cool up here. Look at those guys.
And they're pink and pink.
As if that didn't give it away. Now you know for sure that they are in fact. All right, well, here is their ceremony area for outside. That is really beautiful, actually. I love it. Look at that, small but intimate.
Got a couple of DJs. Your girl and your boy here. If you ever need to get somebody to do your ceremony and or reception, we got you.
Yep.
Nice little plug right there.
All right, well, now we are in Plant Hollywood. As you can see, it's kind of cool in here, I guess. It's got a bunch of cool so sorry, couldn't show you that. But I think you get a good idea.
But they do have a P.F. Chang's to go here in this building.
Which is kind of cool, yeah. So, yep, that is located right over here. We will show you.
Chris Angel Theater. Everybody in Las Vegas will have to go see a Chris Angel. It's the Mind Freak.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, so I mean, if you like casino, this is pretty much a lot of casino with some cool touches in between. So come check this one out if you like that kind of vibe. All right, so now we're in New York, New York. Looking around. Definitely a cool one to check out. There's also a roller coaster.
And you have Casino Roll around the sea. It drops. So you walk right into it. This one drops down to the casino.
It's really cool. Lots of cool, famous New York things to eat here as well. We got the New York Pizzeria there, as you can see, New York on the sign. Yeah. Super cool. I would say this one's definitely one I would just walk in, at least just to say I did.
We got a funny thing about this bridge I gotta tell you. Back when I was 19 years old, 100 years ago. So at this bridge when I was 19 with my buddy and I were here with his parents. Him and I just walked out in the town at night and we got a guy trying to sell us some crack. Wow! And of course we say no, and guess what? He follows us 10 seconds later and asks again. We're like, no, we're still good. So that's a funny story.
He was probably on the crack and forgot he already asked.
This is a beautiful,
Oh my God.
Look at that sunset over the mountains there. Excalibur, and you got New York, MGM.
Now we're headed to the Excalibur. Gonna check that out quick. Give you a little bit of an inside scoop of what that looks like. Very cool. And another thing is too, though, is they said that, or we've been hearing around here, the rumor is that in a couple years, they're actually planning on tearing this one down.
Maybe more than a couple, but
Yeah.
it's a very old one. It just needs to be taken out eventually and get a new one.
Which I guess is one of the reasons why we want to walk through it. But if you want to come and check it out before they do that, I recommend doing that. Otherwise, you might miss it and not be able to experience it. So this is kind of cool. We're in this like underground little tunnel thing here, but as you can see, there's still an open area there for the cars to go by. So that's really cool. And then it's still kind of open, gives you an open feel, but you kind of feel like you're inside. We're inside. Man, it really feels like a castle in here. I feel like I'm in a fairy tale movie. This is so cool. Look at that. Gorgeous. Look at even these cool doors. You even got some half-naked guys in here, so that makes it just even better to be inside.
Here, take this arm. Take this arm.
Get the famous Dick's Last Resort.
Oh, right there.
I don't think Dick's is on the menu.
Haha.
What?
Oh, but this guy might be.
God.
I don't know.
So net, you're up.
All right, so here's the casino part, which looks like every other casino, of course. Y'all have seen what that looks like. So, not as cool, but the castle part definitely is, though. These elegant lights are awesome. I don't think there's really much else to this hotel, to be quite honest with you. So I guess I can see why maybe they're going to tear it down in a couple of years. It's not as cool as some of the other ones that they have that have
Thunder from Down Under
lots
is
of
here
stuff.
at this one a lot.
So we are out of the Excalibur now. We are heading towards Mandalay Bay to go to the
Luxor Hotel. Mandalay Bay is nothing or anything out of the ordinary, but Luxor is pretty unique because of the shape of the pyramid. You don't get that anywhere else on the street.
but Mandalay Bay isn't really one that we suggest checking out or
There's nothing that
staying
stands
at.
out about that one. But
Yeah.
famous thing about Mandalay Bay is obviously, I think it was about 9 or 10 years ago, was that shooting that happened during the JCL Beat concert outside, and sometime they shot from that room halfway up there. So Mandalay Bay was kind of a scary situation there.
Yeah. Not a fun thing, but just kind of a normal average hotel though. Other than that sad scenario.
So we're about to go to Egypt here.
So we will show you that in a second. Stay tuned. And you probably saw just a few moments ago that on this light rail here, there's the light rail train. Here comes another one.
Get you about 3 or 4 hotels down the street.
Yeah, it'll kind of bring you around a little bit. It's gonna bring you onto the other side of the strip too, so you can see like the Sphere and other stuff too. And I believe, if I remember correctly, because I went on it a few years ago, that it also will give you some information as it drives around too, when it goes around the city. So, and it's also cheap. It's not even expensive to do. So that's definitely something you could check out as well when you're here, if you have time to go on that.
And those are those cool new robotic taxis, basically AI kind of shit, but looks pretty unique.
Yeah, so that is a new car that they had built, and apparently there's no driver, which is a little scary, we think.
They have a bigger version.
Yeah, there's a bigger version down there. Anyway, so we might take one of those back to our hotel later and just kind of check it out and see if it's anything cool about it other than, you know, your average normal taxi or whatnot. So stay tuned though, because we are going to be showing you the Luxor here pretty quick. So stay tuned for that next. Right, well, we made it to the Luxor in one piece. Look at this. That is so cool. The whole building is just a giant pyramid, so literally the whole building throughout is gonna look like that. But yeah, this is very unique and pretty cool. Like, definitely say check this one out, because you're not gonna see any other hotels like it on the
You
strip.
get a room up on the top. There's only 3 different rooms up there probably at the top.
And maybe they're cooler than the other rooms, I'm not sure.
And your glass with angles when you're looking out the window and you're looking at like a 45-degree angle.
Very, very cool. So here's your casino area right over there. And then it looks like we got a little bit of a mall down that way. And maybe more of a mall up that way, which maybe we'll go up there and show you. Stay tuned for more. Hey, we are on the second level now. Very, very cool. And as you can see, so like all of these lights that you see up here, that's all hallways leading to rooms. So, and once you know, get to the top one there, it's probably a very select view on that bird. So that is pretty darn cool.
It was a Greek Star collision. I was down.
Oh, all right. We've also got the Titanic here. That is so cool. Look it. It looks just like the ship, basically. It's like shaped like the ship. Look at that. That is so awesome that you can check out.
We got a food court in there, which is cool.
You got a giant castle right there, which is a showroom. Very cool. This is awesome. This hotel has a food court, which is awesome
The original chicken tender.
because we've walked in a lot of them, and trust me, I have not seen a lot of these hotels have food courts at them. So that's kind of a cool thing, and I'm sure that the food in there is obviously cheaper than some of the restaurants. All right, so we made it. We are at the airport now.
We're tired. We woke up early.
So excuse our crappy look for the time being.
This is what you look like after you didn't win big in Vegas.
Yeah, so we are here at the airport now, going back to Minnesota from Vegas. And now yet again, another issue with the flight. I don't know if it's just, we're flying Sun Country Airline. I don't know if it's just Sun Country issue or if we just got unlucky or what, but now we find out that we don't even have a seat on the plane.
You have to go to the gate to get it, and then they're gonna put us separate, probably.
So, which I guess is kind of a common thing sometimes, but hopefully that doesn't mean that like we're gonna have to go on a different plane or something. I don't know. So I guess stay tuned. Right now we are heading towards our gate. So we'll be back for
Deuces.
more intel here shortly. All right, so we are walking through the airport now in Las Vegas here on our way to our gate. And I will say that this airport, although we are having a seat fiasco, this airport definitely seems a lot easier to go in from TSA, at least at the time we went. We did have an earlier flight today. Our flight leaves at like 10 something, and so we got here at like 8, but there was nobody in the TSA line really, so not a long wait at all to check our bag and then go through the TSA. So that was kind of nice and helpful too, because sometimes that can take forever. So, and everybody's been really helpful too with kind of like telling us where to go and direct us to what way we need to go to find our gate in the airport, which is kind of nice because sometimes you kind of get confused and turned around at certain airports on where you're supposed to go. So they did a good job at explaining it to us, which we definitely appreciate. So, yeah, a little bit of traffic here, but not as busy as Minneapolis Airport was on our way here. Alright, well, we finally made it. We are back home on our couch and off of the plane and away from all the madness.
It was crazy.
Yeah, so we went to the TSA clerk and they, sent us to the check-in counter stewardess that was supposed to board us onto the plane to ask them, to print us off our boarding passes for the plane and the flight, and that we could talk to them about being seated next to each other. And we were told that it's too full of a flight and that we can't sit next to each other, but they assured us that our seats were gonna just be in front of each other. So I would be in the row ahead of him, he would be in the row behind me, and we would literally be like
Yeah.
right behind one another, you know, is what they assured us. So even though we weren't supposed to be sitting together, we were going to be together. That's what we were told. So we finally board onto our plane, only to find out that they completely lied about that. So I was in the aisle seat. There's 3 rows. It's a 3-row plane of seats. And he was behind me, yes, in that row, but completely opposite of me by the window. So it's just kind of like, I don't know.
What can you do, I guess, you know?
Yeah, and I talked to the people next to me, and they were telling us that the same thing happened to them, and they didn't get a seat either, and they had to do the same kind of deal, and that, you know, they weren't sitting next to each other either. And I don't know, it's pretty crazy to me how they're screwing up this much. And somebody else told us today that that's happening more and more recently. So I don't know if it's just, you know, Las Vegas flights that this is happening to, or if it's the Sun Country Airlines specifically where this is happening or what. But I guess just be informed that chaos like this could possibly happen to you if you decide to either go to Las Vegas or use Sun Country Airline. Also, I will tell you, I've flown quite a bit, and so has John, and our flight to Vegas and our flight home today was probably one of the top, like, worst landings, both of them, that I've ever experienced.
Feels like instead of doing a nice smooth, like we'll wait till we're almost an inch from the ground, it looks like they like, no, we're just going to drop it from about a foot or 2 off the ground and bounced a little bit.
Yeah, it was scary, and everybody on the plane was like, woo, including me. Like, my anxiety went through the roof because it literally, like, there was just no coasting it like they normally do. It was literally like boom, and then like bounced up and then went back down.
I think it's because how all the pilots probably don't want to fly anymore. So they're like, you know what, F you guys, we're gonna make you a little nervous.
That, or maybe a new person, but either way, oh my gosh, I'm glad we're still living. And then on the way there, I can't remember if I mentioned this to you guys or not, so I guess I'll just say it again. But on the way there to Las Vegas, same airline, Sun Country, when we were landing, like, we didn't have that bouncing problem when we landed, but what happened instead was, when they landed, like, the plane was just jerking. Like, it would go this way and then it would go that way. Once we were on the ground, like, I almost was worried that we were gonna like flip over. It was like that violent. So that was a little intense and scary as well. So yeah, we made it back though in one piece. So I guess that is a plus.
So that's kind of our little travels to and from Vegas.
And we hope that we gave you guys a little bit of an inside look and scoop on the plane and the airports and everything, you know, in Las Vegas, you know, that you need to know, I guess, for your travels. Hopefully we shined a lot of insight on that for you guys. And please don't forget to subscribe and like and follow us. We would appreciate that, and share us as well if you know anybody who is looking to be flying to Las Vegas and maybe could appreciate this video. So thank you.
Until next time, John and Amy is out.